So today we'll see the concepts of licensing, one of the most important part of pricing that is used for Power Platform. You need to know while your interaction with your teammates, your management, any customer, client, it's always good to have this knowledge. So that's the pricing page. Let me maximize it. So this is the US rate. I'll show you the pages for other countries, regions also. So for you to remember is there are two licensing plans. One is called premium, one is called process. In the premium, you have cloud flows obviously and desktop flows, but this is in attended mode. Whereas in process, you do have cloud flows, but this is in unattended. This is for unattended automation. Plus other add-ons you get like 5,000 AI Builder service credits. So if you use any AI Builder features like document processing and all, these credits get used, and you can later on buy it as an add-on. And I believe there was a question about Dataverse also in the beginning of this course related to size, so that is also mentioned here. And this is the trial free license, 30-day trial. And lastly, yesterday we spoke about the hosted RPA feature, so it has a separate licensing plan. If you want to take that, this is where Cloudflow's unattended mode and the Microsoft hosted machine that we were talking about. So this is the planning. If you scroll a bit down, you will get the differentiation of each plans. What do you get in which plan? So attended is premium, unattended is process. Here again it will show the Dataverse capacity and size, file size and database capacity, how many AI Builder service credits will you get with each plan. Process mining, task mining is totally different concept. Standard and premium connectors. So in the simple free plan, only standard connectors can be used, whereas in the other three you can either, they are all premium and paid, so you will be able to make use of the premium and custom connectors as well. Hosted virtual machine, that is hosted RPA, is only available in the last plan. And other things to know is related product and add-ons. So process mining, it's a way of identifying bottlenecks or how your process is working within an entire business process. For example, from, let's say you're doing the invoice processing from one application to another, or from customer update to uploading the invoice, how much time it takes. It gives the chart and everything. So that's a totally different concept. In the on the left hand side of the Power Automate portal, you will find this process mining tab. If you want to explore that tool, it gives a graphical view of how your process flows from one task to another task. That is task mining, and process mining is from one process to another at a process level. So can I see it here? No, I need to go to more and then, or discover all, and then I will get process mining. So that was in a nutshell about it. Coming back to the add-ons, you can even purchase Dataverse capacity as a add-on, even AI Builder if you are exhausted with the existing credits. Copilot Studio, how many messages per month can be used, it's as per that. Again, a comparison table over here. This is pretty much you need to know about licensing, but generally in a large scale enterprise or enterprise automation, we need to have a discussion with a licensing specialist from Microsoft, so that they will suggest you the best plan according to your automation landscape. They will study your landscape environment. It could be also possible that you already have some license available for Power Automate through some other areas like M365. So it's better to have a discussion with a Microsoft licensing specialist to go ahead with it. And on this page there is one exhaustive download the Power Platform licensing guide, which is actually a PDF, and it's got everything in vast details. If I scroll to the top, Power Platform licensing guide. So at least two to three times the licensing plans from Microsoft have changed. So you need to bookmark this page and keep a watch on it of what changes. So here now you need to think from a 360 degrees holistic point of view. You do not have to think only about Power Automate desktop flows. I have shown you the bigger umbrella, the bigger picture of the Power Platform. So you need to think about Power Apps, Power Automate, Copilot Studio, AI Builder, Dataverse. So one can call another. So you need to keep everything in mind. And let's say if we talk about Dataverse, so it has got a table of all the capacity and all. So for the question that we had in the initial part of this call, you can go through this for the sizes. And it's an actually exhaustive document. How many pages are there? 36 pages are there. So you can go through it. It's available on that link. And coming back to our page, so I was talking about changing the currency. So this is in US. Let's say I want to make it, this is English and India. By the way, if you sign in and if your sign in region is as per India, so it will automatically show you India. But right now I have not signed in, so I'm changing the URL. So I changed from US to IN and hit enter. So it will give me the INR pricing of this. Yeah, we are on the add-on part. So if I go to these plans, this is the free plan. So 1250 is the Power Automate Premium for attended flows, and Cloud Flows DPA, Digital Process Automation, is also there. 12,480 is for the process part. And yeah, one important point you need to know is this is user per month, but this is bot per month. Okay, so this is per user per month. This is per bot per month. So that is about India pricing. Just a small change for anyone looking for GBP pricing, Great Britain pounds. You need to type in GB over there and you will get it in pounds. Changing the currency, each plan and comparison, buying add-ons. Now let's look at the premium features. We took a glimpse in our earlier session about the premium RPA features. So the link I have already given and it takes you to the list of all the premium features. So of course, automatic triggering, scheduling of cloud flows with schedule integration with cloud flows. So if you want to trigger a desktop flow from a cloud flow, that is a premium feature. Even if you use the Windows task scheduler to call a desktop flow, to schedule a desktop flow, you need to have that premium license. So if I go to the tool, one thing, there are different confusions with the terminologies that Microsoft has with many people. So the Go Premium, this premium does not mean the premium and let me go to the licensing page. It does not mean just premium means this plan. It means an overall premium paid plan for Microsoft. So did you understand this or should I repeat it? The word Go Premium means, yeah. So the word Go Premium means you go for a paid plan. It does not indicate that you go for this premium plan. The concept, the terminology, this premium stands for only this plan, whereas the buttons word means that you go for any paid plan, and that could be premium as well as process, any either of them. In short, this should have been go for a paid plan or something like that. So go through this list and you need to know which one is a premium feature so that you can go with the licensing accordingly. Sharing, collaboration, flow monitoring, yeah, work queues. You need to go through this page obviously. So licensing is itself is a vast topic and there are even courses called as Microsoft Power Platform Licensing Specialist. If you undergo that course, then you will know about licensing and then you can do a consulting type of a role as a licensing specialist also in your organization. So any questions on this slide related to licensing? Right. So speaking of the certification, obviously after doing so much of learning, you will have to go through a certification, and the exam for this is the PL 500 exam through which you will be certified as a Power Automate RPA Developer Associate. Let's go and check it out, the details of this exam, the scope, the timing, the pricing, everything. So this is Power Automate RPA Developer Associate. So here you can see the role is a developer role, intermediate level exam. So you need to renew it after 12 months. So only for the first time when you give the exam, you'll have to make a payment for the exam. After that, the renewal is free. After every 12 months, you'll have to renew, and that is free. But if you lose the renewal period, you'll have to again give the exam in a paid approach. So keep renewing it once you have given the exam. There are different links here for preparing the exam, practicing the exam, renewing example, so forth. So this is an overview. I'll take you in details a little bit about this in a different link. So their tutorial for preparing for the exam is this. If I click on this, it will have different modules. So this topic has 5 modules, this section has 5 modules, this one has 10, 2, 5 and so forth. But this is just for you to have more knowledge on it. This tutorial itself won't be sufficient for giving the exam or going ahead for the exam. So go through this practice assessment also from Microsoft. Also experience the look and feel of the exam before taking it. Go through this sandbox and some exam policies, duration, exam experience. I believe it is mentioned 100 minutes, but it is 90 minutes because the half an hour is for settling down. There are 2 ways to take the exam. One is through a Pearson VUE center. It's called Prometric Center, where you go to the center and give the exam. And I think the initial part is they will take your details, ask you to fill up a form. I think 30 minutes is for that, but yeah, keep 100 minutes in mind and go accordingly. And the second option is you can give it from your home itself, but I will suggest that this is a stricter approach. It is a proctored approach, meaning your screen will be viewed. You will be viewed on camera. If there is any lip movements, even the minute, like if while giving the exam, if you are calculating something with your lips, just you are alone, even then the system or the person will think that your lips are moving and you're talking with someone. Or let's say some antivirus pop-up comes here, some 2 3 pop-ups are there, so it will start giving you warnings, like as if it will then shut down the exam and ask you to retake it. So my suggestion would be straight away go to a Pearson VUE center. There are lots of centers all over the globe. You can give it in a calm way over there in an enclosed cabin. So that was about it. And for you guys, the India pricing is 4865 one time, and then after then you can renew it for free. This is the renewal part. And the course study part, what I was talking is the scope of the exam. This is the link you need to go through, and in that, skills measured as of 8 July, that is what you need to click. So these are the topics: UI based interactions, API, data-based, these concepts. And by the way, this is not just Power Automate Desktop. Microsoft has not kept a course or an exam, a certification or an exam specifically only for Power Automate Desktop. So even if you saw in our course that we needed a bit of cloud flows also, so you need to have knowledge on cloud flows also. So now here is the percentage wise breakdown. These are the 3 topics that are going to be there. Skills measured: designing of automations 25 to 30%, that is this one. From here till everything, go through this: OCR, scripting, yeah. Then developing automations 45 to 50%. Yeah, develop desktop flows, implement logic in cloud flows. Then the last part is deploying and managing your automations. How will you do the application lifecycle management? How will you deploy the solution components of to other environments? We went through this topic. So data loss prevention policies. Yeah, as I said, there is no dedicated certification only for Power Automate Desktop RPA part, although they name it as that way. The name of the exam is RPA Developer Associate, but there is beyond RPA also. So in that case, what you do is do it in a reverse way. Whichever concepts you know, good, prepare more on it. Whichever you do not know from these topics, take it and search it in the help documentation. Shortly, I will show you the help documentation. So, do it as a reverse engineering. For example, you want to learn about DLP policies, search in the documentation and learn about it. You can go through Google search, YouTube videos, yeah, uh, any other resources, but do it in a reverse way for all those topics that you do not know. Any question about the certification? All right. So the next topic was important links and references. So here I'll take you through an alphabetical list of actions in PAD from A to Z. All the actions that we have on the left hand side of the actions pane in the PAD editor. This is the actions reference. You want to take a look at, let's say, Active Directory. This is the one where it shows what are the input parameters, what is the description, what variables are produced and so forth. It doesn't give too much details, but it's good to know, let's say, what actions we have in PAD. That way it's good to know the mouse and keyboard. Yeah, in some cases they give an example also of how to use a particular action. This is send keys for enter, kind regards, again enter, control A, control C. Yeah, so that was about the alphabetical list. Then the official PAD learning modules. For this you need to go from the help menu and the learn submenu of the PAD console. So here it is, the help menu and the documentation. That is what I was talking about earlier for searching for any concepts for learning. It starts with introduction to desktop flows, and this is the documentation search. If you type something, for example, you want to learn about work queues. If you type work queues, it will give you all the details. So only if it says desktop flows, you can learn about it. So you can click that section. But if you want to know work queues about the cloud flows part, you can search for the entire search for work queue in all Power Automate documentation and then search for the cloud flows section. Likewise, if you wanted to learn Power FX more, what we went through in the last session, then it will take you to that documentation link. Then, yeah, okay, we went through documentation. We want to go through PAD learning modules. It's from the learn submenu. So when you click on this, it directly filters you out by adding Power Automate Desktop in the search box and gives you all the modules related to Power Automate Desktop flows only. Can you see there are two pages here? And connect a cloud flow to the desktop flow, Excel automation, integrating desktop flow with Outlook connectors, building your first flow, input output parameters, handling variables, yeah, config how to control the files and folders. Everything we have gone through, but still if you want to take a look, you can click on these, and again there are some minutes given here. Further modules are there. Beginner, intermediate level, this is an advanced level. Scripting is there. So that was about the PAD learning modules. Then the most importantly, the PAD product updates. So Microsoft has been aggressively releasing updates every single month, I'll say. When I began, as I told you in the initial part of this course, with 2 point single digit version of the PAD tool, but today it is, when we began this course, it was 2.53, but do you guys know 2.54 is upcoming now? So it has already been released to some regions and you'll come up soon with new features. So this is the page and you can select product updates, filter it out, and even Power Automate Desktop you can filter. So I've clicked on it and the one that we want is Power Automate Desktop. When you do that, you get here the month-wise updates of what's happening, what is released in each tool each month. Let's take a look at January's updates. So by the time you are learning a new concept, a new feature has been released. So Copilot was already there, but you can summarize actions and subflows. So inside the Power Automate desktop flow, whatever subflows and actions are there, simply when you click on it, it will give a summary based on the actions you have taken. The one that we saw was only for the at the main console, it was only based on the name of the Subflows what was not included, that's what I'm trying to say, and now they have given actions as well as subflows. Then you can run parallel desktop flows. This is a new feature that has come up. If you toggle this, then you can run. This allows concurrent run of child desktop flows. From one desktop flow, when you run another desktop flow, that will run parallel to this desktop flow. So now parallel processing is also possible of parent and child flows that way. That is a new feature. Now Access, as I had told in the database related, that it has come up recently for Microsoft Access specifically, there are actions over here. And new type of variable, earlier instance type of variable was not there. These are coming out from Excel, where just you need to pass as a parameter from one action to another, or from one flow to another, from one subflow to another, the instance variable, you can make use of it. Yeah, retry policy can now be applied on block error. So lot many things are coming on very in a very fast and aggressive manner. So keep a watch on it. Bookmark this page again, very important, especially when you are interacting with your stakeholders, with your management, and as a developer also. If you know that a particular feature has come in the market, only then it will make your life easy. For example, picture in picture, Power FX, hosted RPA. Only if you knew these concepts already, then you can talk at that level with your customer, with your management, and so on at your workplace. Then we have XIAD workshop for automation. So until it opens, let me explain what XIAD is. Alright, what XIAD is. X means any tool of the platform like Power Automate, Power Apps, Copilot Studio, Dataverse, etc. And IAD stands for in a day. For example, AUIAD means automation in a day. This is for all people who want to learn Power Automate. Then you have CSIAD, which means Copilot Studio in a day. Then App in a day. So this is a free instructor-led workshop from Microsoft. Again, I repeat, it's a free workshop, hands-on workshop from Microsoft for 8 hours. In a day, they will take 8 hours, and it will be a hands-on workshop where you will be performing live exercises, assignments, topics, and an instructor will take you through it. It will either be an instructor from Microsoft or from one of their training partners. So you need to register for this event, for this workshop, and that is free. So this is the page that I have opened for it. As you can see here, app in a day, automation in a day, Copilot Studio in a day. So the one that we are talking about is automation in a day. When I click on it, it shows automation. Let me see. Okay. Automation in a day. Yeah, automation in a day. So it's a beginner level 1 day course designed to learn. So what I have taken this course, so I'll explain what's there in this course from a topic point of view. So you will have desktop flows, cloud flows, you will have approval flows, you will have Excel, Outlook, you will have Microsoft Teams, you will have web application, you will have AI builder. All in 8 hours they will teach you end to end. Yeah, and it will be hands-on. You will be performing during the course itself. So that's for registering this course. Scroll down and click the register now button. I will go there in a minute. But before that, this link, online workshop learning path on Microsoft Learn. So this is the actual tutorial that the Microsoft instructor or the training partner instructor will take you through during the course to perform that 8 hour exercise. So my recommendation is, since you now already know PAD and Cloud Flows, you can do this on your own without even going through the event. So this is how I did it actually. These are files for completing the exercises. So zip file is ready, all the files needed for completing this exercise. So they give you a tutorial kind of thing. You simply need to go next, 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 and finish this off by yourself at your own convenience. So this is all what I was talking about. Creating your desktop flow, then using input output variables, integration with cloud flows. Outlook is there, AI processing is there. It extracts data from a receipt, from an invoice, and you upload that invoice onto Contoso and so on. Then you integrate with Microsoft Teams. Approval flows are there. how you can ask for an approval. I have explained approval flows in a nutshell in the beginning of this course. Then creation of subflows for web automation again. So you could do it by yourself without registering to the course, because generally the courses are full. You will take time if you register, it will take time for you to get accepted. So you can do it on your own. But if you don't want to do it on your own, you want some hands-on a help assisted, you can register for this event. In the screen behind also there was one register button. So this time I'm going through a different button. It will land up on the same page. So these are the companies or Microsoft training partners who are attending the who are conducting the automation in a day workshop. So right now it's filtered by time. If I remove that filter, these are the companies. They can be anywhere around the globe because these are online instructor led courses. There are some people who are also giving it live face to face, and you will find it over here whether it's a digital training or not. Digital means it's online. So let's see if you have any face to face live over here. Generally, yeah, everything is online these days, but you can filter it out over here, the event format, I believe. So right now all 21 are digital only. So I did see one conducted face to face, but that's not looking up here over here. Probably it's full. So you need to go here and register. You can take any region as per your timing and date from here. So this will be from 1:30 to 9:30, as I said, 8 hours IST time zone. There are, you can see US and UK here, but I have seen from Chennai and other areas also from India. So you can go with that one. So I'll go with the last section before I open up the call for any questions on the topics that we went through, the links. So official community forum, help menu community. Again, there, whenever you are in need of any answers, you can go through this Power Automate desktop community. Even other areas are there, Cloudflow's Copilot Studio. It's a very wonderful community. People from all across the globe are there. Very talented people. Everyone is talented. Even a single answer can help you. Reading just on other people's answers, or even reading the questions from others, like, will tell you what issues people are facing. That will also increase your knowledge. Then simply by answering, submitting, marking as answer, you get points, and that's how you come up on the leaderboard and you get a rank like super user. Super user is a rank given by Microsoft for 6 months. So like that, I have been a super user for 5 consecutive seasons. That is what I mentioned in the initial introductory part of the course. By being active on this. So my thumb rule, generally what I suggest everyone is, if you know an answer, go ahead and submit it. If you do not know the answer, go and research the answer and then submit it. That way you will learn as well as share with people. Plus you will get points and you will get recognition, super user tag, badge, and yeah, you all the super users get monthly calls with product team of Power Automate Desktop. That's a big thing. Whoever is developing Power Automate Desktop behind the scenes in Microsoft, you get monthly calls with them. You can directly suggest them some features. You can directly tell them that these are the bugs that I'm facing, and anything you want to brainstorm with them, discuss with them, ask them about a feature and so on. So that calls, you'll get scheduled calls from Microsoft directly on as a calendar invite to you. And yeah, pretty much that is it about the community. So any questions about what we went so far? Either the links, references, or previous topics, course modules, sections, anything? Okay. Okay. Related to environment variables, there are two options. One is the environment variable is available in cloud platform. From there, you will have to create an environment variable and then pass it to your pad. Secondly is you can access the Windows environment variable if you want. There is directly action to read and write the Windows environment variables. These ones. So two options are there. Yeah. Anything else? Okay. I have shared a link about a video on how to use credentials in Power Automate Desktop. It is in the links doc, and because it requires Azure subscription, the Azure portal subscription, I have posted it as a link there, video link. But if I have to give you a short explanation, there are two ways to access credentials. One is CyberArk, but this is paid. You need to have a subscription to CyberArk. CyberArk is a third-party tool, so you need to have the paid license of CyberArk. That is one. And secondly, you can access the Azure Key Vault. So in Azure portal itself, there is something called as the Azure Key Vault. There you have to create secrets, password secrets, username and password, and then from the Cloud Flows, you need to access the Azure Key Vault username passwords, and from Cloud Flows, you need to pass it to Desktop Flows, and there you need to access. So this is, I'm sure Microsoft is working on it, and recent updates, if I have to tell you, is on the Cloud Portal, there is a tab called as Credentials on the left hand side. So right now, it's still not, I mean, just if I have to, so since you spoke about Blue Prism, I know that there is directly a way in the Credential Manager where you can put username, password. So that kind of ease is not yet there in Power Automate. I did not feel that simply go to the Credentials tab over here and add the username, password and access it in the flows. Can I see credentials over here? I'll click on Discover All. So I have actually submitted this as a feature change request to one of the product managers of Microsoft, but let's see when it gets implemented. I have even mentioned about other RPA tools. Credentials is over here. So here you can manage all the credentials for the environment. So right now you can create CyberArk related credentials from here. Azure Key Vault is coming up inside this. This is the second different part I'm saying. The first part I said is you directly go into the Azure Key Vault, create your username password there, and then using Cloud Flows, there is a connector to Azure Key Vault. Using the connectors, you fetch the username password and then pass it to Desktop Flows. But now lately, they have released this credentials tab from where you have the ability to create two types of passwords. One is CyberArk based. Second one is Azure Key Vault, but that is still not. It is still yet to come. But the point I'm trying to say is it's not as straightforward as other RPA tools. Having said that, if you want to look at the Azure Key Vault approach until then, go through that video. It clearly shows how to use it in your desktop flows. Okay. Anything else? Sure. It need not be the last thing. Go ahead. Okay. Sure. I'll tell. Okay. If you are asking how I managed, generally it is done by a Power Platform support team or admin person, because we generally after the development hand it over, and it's a simple concept. I'll explain it to you. Okay. So you develop your flows here, and as I showed you, you create a solution.zip file. You export it from your dev and you import it in your staging. Right? Once you import it, you will have the same solution inside staging then. Inside that solution tabs of Power Automate Cloud Portal, the solutions tab that I showed, there you will automatically get all the components that you have used, whether only desktop flows or cloud flows or both or Power Apps. And once you have that, you can access it from your desktop flows. You can go to that environment from here. If you use staging, if you're talking about staging here, you will go to staging, and here you will get the all the desktop flows that were imported, right? So the how I have been working along is we cannot modify anything once it goes to QA or staging. So obviously your job should be only till the dev environment. This should not be modifiable, because that is not the right proper practice. Only testing should happen here. And if you talk about prod also, same thing. So but now, as I said, there are two things, two concepts, unmanaged and managed. Managed is for dev to test to prod or staging to prod. But whereas if you want to go from one dev to another dev, you use unmanaged because you're still working on it. So once it's a managed, you import this solution, import export this solution as a managed file, you cannot go ahead and edit it. That is for security reasons because no one can touch it then. So it is imported again into prod as a managed solution, and your solution now reaches prod, and you simply if it's a scheduled flow, it will run as a schedule. If it's a different, what you say, automatic triggered flow, when an email arrives, then it will run automatically. All your solutions will be available in prod in that case. Clear with this, or more clarification you need, let me know. Okay. Anything else? Good to proceed? Okay. Okay. All right then. I want to take time to wish you happy automation. You are now a pro. Consider yourself a pro. Keep practicing all the exercises. Be in touch with the tool, and be in touch with the community also. Keep the learning going on and your automation journey going on. And this concludes our course. Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome.